DJs BrewTube beer review. That's right, you see what's in front of me. It's beer from DogFish Head Craft Brewery out of Milton, Delaware, US of A. Yay, yay. So you know what time it is. It's time for DJ to go local. That's right, guys, we're going local yet again with another beer from DogFish Head. And what beer do we have from them today? That's right, we've got one that's not laden like most of these are with culinary ingredients. That's right, it's just all about hops and malt. And it's one of their, I guess, all-time top beers. That's right, 90-minute IPA. This is the canned version. That's right. It's super fresh at time of recording. It's a week and a half old. That's probably about the freshest I've ever found DogFish Head beer. Good thing. Anywho, this is a DIPA. It's a year-round serving. It clocks in at 9% ABV and 90 IBUs. Now, this beer was their very first continually hop beer, and I think their recipe started around like 1999, and it debuted out into the world in 2001. Now, this beer is focused around Palisade hops. That's not the only hop in there, but I do know that's one of the hops they use in here. Now, I've drank this beer, I guess, since probably like 2003, 2004, somewhere in that range, and I'm told that this beer is a little more balanced than it used to be when it was in the bottle. I've drank enough of it, and I have a long enough beer memory of this beer, I should be able to detect it. And I also spoke with, at a beer tasting the other day, one of the representatives from DogFish Head, not from a distributor, and they seem to think that it tastes a little more bright and hoppy, and that the recipe has been tweaked. So you know what? I don't know, but I do know at one time this was the #1 beer on Rate Beer back in the day, like early 2000s. So you know what? Time to stop flapping my gums, pop the top on this bad boy, get it in my IPA glasses, which they suggest that you drink it in. This isn't the DogFish Head one. It's the Cigar City, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Oh, I'm digressing. Let's crack it. Ah, yes, I've earned this beer today. Clocked a workout in and all that good shiznit. Yeah, it's beer time. Time to increase the hoppiness in my life. Look at that gorgeous gold and amber color. Pour it deep. We got a pounder. That's right. That's another thing that's different about this. Generally, you had 12 ounces or 750s in Dogfish Head Lamb. This is a 16-ouncer, a pounder. Anywho, let's talk about the appearance. It's a mildly hazy, very mildly hazy, mostly filtered golden amber color. We have tons of active bubbles streaming up from the bottom, and we poured it, and we've got about a 2 1/4 finger of super tightly packed bubbles. There's nothing soap sudsy about this head. Maybe there will be after I swirl it. Nope. When I swirl it, yeah, you're getting tons and tons of alcohol like just clawing down the inside of this glass. Look at that. That is a beautiful brew in the glass. It's been a long time since I've drank this beer. I would say probably 4 years. Maybe less, 3. Something like that. Can't remember. I think the last time, maybe 2 years. Last time I've had it was on tap. Many, many beers ago, just the same. So, you know what? It looks beautiful. Let's dive in for the aroma. Citrus, pine, a lot of big tangerine aroma. Some resinous notes, a little bit of dankness, not real big. There's some sweet malt balancing out some honey sort of like aromas. Tiny, tiny bit of breadiness. Lots of herbaceous notes. And more of that tangerine, peach, a little bit of pineapple maybe. Not a hint of alcohol, even though it's 9%. Smells beautiful. You know what? I'm ready to dive in. Cheers! Yeah. Yum. It is crisper. Wow. This used to have a little more like sticky back end, but up at front, bam. Hops. That tangerine flavor is right up there. After that, there's a lot of herbaceous and actually floral notes coming after that. Pine, a bit of resin. The malt comes in after that, balances it out. They say on the can here, they made it so it wouldn't be crushingly bitter, right? So this beer, remember, was created at a time when the top IPAs, a lot of them anyway, were really bitter bombs. The West Coast style was in full effect, the early version of West Coast styles, and it was all about the bittering hops up in your grill. This, with the continuously hopped method, you know, usually and originally their little vibrating football game, which they used to create this beer, was called, I think, Sir Hops-a-Lot or something like that. Anyways, that creates this mellow, even-keeled sort of bitterness. Man, crisp, very, like a much drier back end than I remember. The 9% in this beer is scarily freaking hidden. It always has been. Really drinkable, smooth, nice, peachy, tangerine-y, herbaceous floral flavor to it, with completely hidden alcohol, balanced out by malt, but just enough bitterness in it to dial it in. Yum. You know what? It's a recipe that has stood the test of time. If it came out in 2001, in this, kind of commercial form, we're talking 16 years at time of recording anyway, that this beer is lasting on the marketplace. That's pretty freaking remarkable. Now it's pounder cans. Anyways, you hear I'm digging it. Let's grade this beer. At time of recording, rate beer. Sorry, I don't do rate beer anymore. And Dogfish Head doesn't either, do they? I just had to mention that just because, yeah, I had to be a dick. Anywho, Beer Advocate gives it this 4.27 out of 5 points. That's their new grading scale. I'd say that's probably into the high 90s. So definitely an A-level beer. And Untapped is giving this 4.09 taps, which is in their A-level as well. Let me take one more drink. Having drank this beer for a long time, I'm going 96. I'm really digging this beer. Crazy well-hidden alcohol. Nice hop flavors. And it's actually different than a lot of the stuff that's out on the market right now. It's funny, even though it's been around so long, a lot of the beers out there now are just up-in-your-face juice bombs or just dank bombs. Kind of one note. This has got a little more complexity to it. I'm digging it. So, have you had DogFish Head Craft Brewery's 90-minute IPA, canned, bottled, whatever? If you have, let me know what you know, because I like to quid pro quo and the back and forth. Tell me your stories about drinking it. Maybe you've got good beer memories from 90-minute IPA. Hey, I bet you do. Let's share them. I like to hear that stuff. Anywho, what's also really cool is when you think globally, drink locally. I'm getting it done. You know it. Come on. And support the craft beer movement. Oh, what's also really cool? Yes, when you rate, comment, subscribe, especially if it's your first time with us. And if you get around to it, maybe consider, kind of smashing that like button, along with only 1 pounder. That's probably all I'm going to need of Dogfish Head's 90-minute IPA to put my big-ass happy face on. So the next DJ BrewTube, I got nothing but a hell of a bunch of dog head beer, drinking love for you, and you know what's coming. That's right, a big-ass local. Peace out.